Yo, what is good? My anime faithful, what is good, yo? Alright, let's talk about this ridiculous episode this week, man. Um, I've seen shows that are pretty brave with how they go about, handling characters, handling certain aspects of things that pop off, stuff like that. And to think that this really happened, like I was expecting a little bit of some nuance, maybe they're gonna be nice for once and allow this girl to keep her brother. No. We have just now witnessed the death of this girl's one and only uh attachment, or at least blood relative in this world that wasn't like already hit by the loss. And seemingly enough, it feels like we just got a little bit of insight on what the father is up to, maybe. With the daughter being supposedly an artifact. It seems like the man who had her is named Daiichi, I believe, or something he called him. So I'm interested to see if that is actually the father he's talking about, or if that's just one of the people amongst the group. I don't think we've actually learned what the scientist's name was, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, let me know what you guys are thinking on that. If you do believe it's hit the father, or if it's like just the guy who's actually carrying them around in the van and was the one who kind of helped them start most of this. Not really sure, but overall, holy crap. I'm pretty sure this just confirms that whatever this girl is, or whatever her ability is, it just practically like manifested something so powerful, or like this energy she got was so powerful it could withstand and contain the power that we saw wipe out multiple upon multiple buildings in an entire city, so that same ability was used against her, and she came out completely fine. Like she's like, "Oh, well, that was fun," pretty much at this point. So, with that being said, it's clear to me that whatever happens from here on out, she's probably going to be relatively in control of it. Just in the case of she's gonna have more drive to pretty much take out the people who have, you know, used her brother for the whatever needs that they had for this whole thing to pop off the way it did. Like the guy who is like the leader of that organization said, it was a failed experiment. So to him, he's just a failed experiment, and he was just like, okay, sooner or later, because he doesn't have an artifact, he should go out of control and he's gonna cause a loss. Whatever. As long as he does it not near me, we good. So that's kind of the relationship now that we know they had between each other. Not to mention the overall fact that whatever this guy was pretty much, oh, that's why they're so strong. Whatever these guys were pretty much putting out, in the sense of telling people they can come to this organization and get stuff fixed, turned out to be like a huge lie, and it turned out to be the same place our main girl was taken after they found out about the loss and what happened to everybody. um, it pretty much led them into knowing, oh, these guys are the responsible ones for the new people that are kind of losing control and different stuff like that. So to know that there's some relation to the main blonde-haired guy anyway, or the white-haired guy, is pretty obvious. Like that he's the one who's really probably gonna force something ridiculous to pop off yet again, or if he wasn't already the one who caused uh, the first thing to happen in the first place. So there's always that option as well. We just still haven't heard much. But what I was gonna say is like I can kind of see why this show is only, gonna be 12 episodes. If they really just did that to her brother, she's gonna end all of them. Like that's GG. Like you do something like that to family, nah, you ain't making it like much further after that. So hopefully, we all learn what not to do when you're messing with people with ridiculous amount of power. I could see her definitely going in and destroying all of their hard works. So yeah, that's definitely coming very soon. I mean, not to mention the fact that she's literally in, the moment of it all happening, watching it happen in front of her, and even hearing, some actual kind, honest things from her brother instead of the things he was saying before she could even get to him, like that I hate you and don't come towards me and stuff like that. It's really sad to see, this type of stuff happen, but at the same time, you already know what it's happening for, why it's so important to the overall narrative, and what like implications it could actually have, which is making this girl one of the most beastiest women of all times right now, about to go in. And not only that uh, whatever has been going on to her was maybe even just as worse, if not, crazier for her brother. So it's just getting more and more wild, and I think the show has been doing quite well for itself. Like just the overall notion of what it is and what the storytelling is going for. I don't really see that much uh, like backtracking or like any really like hiccups in the story that much. It's been going quite straight, narrow, and forward. So I appreciate that, and it's been really well. I want to hear your guys' opinion, but it doesn't seem like a lot of people have kept up with this show, which I don't blame. A lot of shows that I find out are 12 episodes back in the day, I would just drop them. I would literally drop them just for the simple fact that uh, I knew I knew that the show was going to end probably in a way that I didn't want. And because of that, I automatically kind of just had this tendency to just give up on it. So I understand why some people have dropped it relatively quickly. Not only that, I understand why some people actually didn't understand what the heck was going on. There's a lot going on in this show, so to know that all of that was happening and then, even more could pop off at any time, it was pretty ridiculote. It was just ridiculous how much was going on. But with all that being said, I hope you guys have an amazing day, night, evening, whatever the case may be. I am your boy, the Anime G, and I will definitely be talking to you either tomorrow or maybe later today if a show comes out, depending on what happens. But yeah, thank you so much for the support. I will keep grinding as much as I can, and I hope to see you guys soon. Peace. Uh, whew. Oh no, more people.